When it's quiet, when you've got time to contemplate and just hear the sound of the waves, feel the breeze on your face, you look out over the sea and you're looking in awe, because it's just, you realise that this is, although from standing here, the vista is 180 degrees and it's wonderful, but it's only one very, very minuscule, and I mean really minuscule part of the total sea area of the planet. And it really does make you think, you know, if there's that much wildlife here in this one small spot, what is there that's in, you know, the whole of the rest of the world? It's just awesome to think about all those mammals, all those species, all those fish that are out in the oceans. And of course, with global warming now, we're getting species here that we wouldn't normally see. We're getting bluefin tuna way up into the Irish Sea, and that hasn't been known for about 60 to 80 years. So things are changing, and you sit and you contemplate and you think, wow, you know, what am I going to see next? And that's what keeps you coming back. It's like someone that goes fishing. They cast their line in the water and they never know what they're going to get. And it's the same when you come here and you sit and you watch, and you never know what's going to come past. And that's what makes it special, and that's what makes me keep coming back day after day, month after month, and as it happens year after year. When I arrive, normally my first instinct is to have a general look out over the water to see if there's any life, any action. But it's always, wow, it's always, I'm back. This is my place, this is my space. You're looking to sort of get here at about halfway between the tides, so halfway between low tide and high tide. You catch the last part of the tide when the porpoises come in to feed. The draw really for porpoise is the fact that porpoise love to feed in fast flowing water. It lets them expend less energy. They use the tide like a yacht would use the sails to move through the tide. So they don't have to use a lot of energy, and the tide brings the food to them. So that's the draw. There's 4 tides a day in which they can come in and feed, because they feed at night as well. A fully grown adult porpoise has to eat between 4 and 5 kilograms of fish a day, which is quite considerable for a small animal of that size. They've got very, very fast metabolism, so they need that food that to keep their energy going. And if a porpoise doesn't feed for 48 hours, it can lose up to 20% of its body weight. It does form quite a big part of my life, and to be out in nature, to be out in the fresh air, to see an uninterrupted view from here right out to the horizon, and anything that passes you can see, you know, it's just wonderful. Even such things as otters, you wouldn't expect to see in the sea. We see otters passing. I've seen killer whale here, I've seen humpback whale, minke whale mostly, because they're the smallest whale species, come into the shallower waters. I'd been photographing Pembrokeshire for many, many years, doing landscapes, seascapes, etc. And I wanted to do something different. So I thought, right, there's so much wildlife around here, that's where I wanted to go, the direction I wanted to go. So I bought myself a long lens and came out here one day, and first photograph I took was a minke whale, which I didn't know at the time. That was it, I was hooked. That was marine wildlife was going to be my thing. And I brought the image into the Ocean Lab where Sea Trust was headquartered, and the chap who founded Sea Trust, he said, oh, that's a minke whale. And he said, can you take photographs of porpoises? And I said, well, if I can see it, I can photograph it. And my involvement with Sea Trust has increased over the years, and I founded or co-founded the porpoise identification project with one of the Sea Trust staff, and it's been going now since 2016 and still going. Seeing more action by governments and by local authorities would be nice, but these things take time, and we all know that global warming and pollution is a major problem. Locally, we've got another project going where we collect discarded fishing material, disused fishing material, to save the fishermen throwing discarded fishing gear over the side of the boat. We now encourage them to actually bring it ashore, and we place bins in the small harbours around Pembrokeshire, and we collect it, and then it gets taken off and it gets recycled into various articles such as sunglasses and litter pickers and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there is hope for the future, and I say especially through the younger people. Sea Trust runs a young marine biologist club as well, and that's really well supported. So yeah, it's nice to see the youngsters of the local community now getting interested and doing beach surveys and beach cleans and studying the rock pools and getting a feel for, you know, what's there.